Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. They go again with Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. We pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Finds his receiver, Watson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round of the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Stroud here on 3rd and long. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. And just shutting him off there. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Mahomes now to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. He's got it to Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Another carry for Pierce. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Got his tight end, that's complete. And Schultz will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texans! Mike Williams from 6 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now here's Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The throw down the field, Carpa is running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Working from the gun, Mahomes. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Justin Watson from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Stroud now on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the first of 4 Divisional Round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills matching up against the Miami Dolphins. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon in charge.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's
still working, but they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Bring it. Go get him now.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Hand off left side, Pierce. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Stroud out of the gun here. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Houston.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
This one left side caught by Collins. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Give left side for Pierce.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Pierce now up the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And the Texans first down. That's the end of the third
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey,
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howell. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Another solid
game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down, Texans.
Stroud to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's back, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And now they're in the hurry up. Stroud on 3rd down now. That is caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Here goes Stroud again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Stroud. And that went to the right side and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again is Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here's Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown. John Mechie from 4 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
And they will take a knee here.
Second and 11.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Butker's kick here is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. Just keeping the play alive. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.